Hi everyone, I know it's been a while. I want to make a video because, well, I know what to make a video really about. But I just want to make a video because I haven't in a while. I felt bad. Because I want to keep doing this. So, what's happened since I've been gone? Well, still same old, really. Job's the same. I gotta pay taxes. I almost committed tax fraud. That was fun. Because I didn't fill out the right form. So now I gotta pay money. I love paying the government money. Oh, a lot of stuff happened outside of my world. President thingy, um, elongated musket boy, hit the, hit the, hit the. Don't do that. Don't do that move. He hit the wrong button, wrong emo. Moves like a sim. Not much else going on. The Grammys happened. I ain't watched the Grammys yet. Have you seen any good movies? Wild Robot. Actually, I think that's what I'm going to talk about. I was going to talk about why I fucking hate I love the Mafia games. I want to play them. Why I fucking hate the racing in Mafia. And why Mafia 3 is really good. And there's so much shit. I forget about some of the shit. Like how I forgot completely that there's a whole slow-mo mechanic. Alexa, volume down. But I'm going to talk about that. The movie I saw that was like, good. Wild Robot. Now, I know what you're thinking, my guy. Guy with the Motorhead t-shirt hanging in the background. Oh, and I moved the leather jacket. For a while, there's nothing here. Here's the thing. I love the older kids' movies, right? Like, let's talk about Toy Story. Let's talk about, I know, more kids, what a nerd. Shut up. How about that? How about you let me dilly-dally in the fields and enjoy my oversized lollipop and my propeller hat and go, and enjoy myself. Okay, how about that? Because I know everyone's like, you watch kids' movies, you're a nerd. I fuck with kids' movies. Why are old kids' movies better? Because they were good, and there was like, they were meant for they were meant for children who had actual brains. Because nowadays, it's all this, and I'm not one of those guys who's like, they're coddling the babies. You gotta expose them. I do feel like people should be more, what's the word? Educated. As children. Obviously, everyone. I'm not saying I'm a genius, but like, I'm not one of the people who saw that documentary about factory farms and was like, I gotta go vegan now. Because I've seen, I understand how life works. I understand how life and death work. But I'm getting off track. By the way, what I'm saying about that is not that I don't give a shit, I'm gonna eat my meat. Hold on. You know what I mean. I'm gonna eat the cows and whatever. Because that's what happens. They go to a farm. That's not how all farms are. They're not like factory farms. Or something, I don't know. But you shouldn't let that, but whatever. Because in old kids movies, what I'm trying to get at is, old kids movies, they were meant for a family. It was more of a family movie. You could see it, and even as an adult, you'd laugh. Like when Woody calls Buzz Lightyear Buzz Light Beer. He goes, all right, Light Beer, or whatever he calls him. He goes, okay, Buzz Light Beer, prove it. Buzz looking alien, where? I love that fucking movie. But it's a DreamWorks movie, and DreamWorks is to Disney. They just did a bill to Disney because they're like, we make better kids movies now. Because that's the truth. Because they actually make you feel something. Puss in Boots, the new Puss in Boots, that actually invokes emotion in people. Because it's like, oh no, he's scared of dying. That's a relatable topic. It tackles that. And children might be, they might be a little scared. But that's how you teach kids to grow up and stuff. And also, it helps kids cope with that. So they don't have that moment when they realize the sun's going to fucking explode in 5 billion years ago. and start panicking. Like that scene in The Terminator. I just watched an Uberville video where he talked about that. You know, how he freaked out when he saw the scene in The Terminator, you know? They always at Terminator 2 when it's the beginning and they show like the nukes going off and everyone and their skin getting blown off and all that. But I watched Wild Robot and I'm like, this is like peak quality. This is like back when they made Shrek and like Toy Story and they had like, they put funny stuff in there. Like they put an OJ reference in the fucking Shrek movie. Remember that? The one where Donkey turns into the white horse and they're chasing him with a police cam and it goes, white Bronco headed eastbound or whatever. And I'm like, the glove fits. But that was the thing. I watched it. It was a really good movie. I enjoyed the book because I read the book many years back. But yeah, that was a good movie. We should start making more kids movies that are actually enjoyable for families and have actually. Well, the villains in it were cool. I'm watching, all of a sudden there's these fucking Terminator-ass robots coming out shooting the fucking ducks. I'm like, or geese. They got these big cannons. What the hell is going on? Putting all this effort in. That's how it's supposed to be. But yeah, start making them more enjoyable. Start making more jokes. Like they show animals die in the movie. No! That's Circle of Life, remember? It wasn't like Watership Down, to be fair, where they're like, they shoot the rabbit and you go, that movie wasn't funny. I'm just thinking of that scene when the fucking rabbit gets shot and it goes, and he just goes flying. Well, he doesn't go flying, but yeah, I'll talk about two things since I got time. Mafia. I'll talk about the Mafia games. I want to play them. Let me know what you guys think. I love the Mafia games. I haven't played enough to know what happens, so I can be surprised. But I might have to play without a camera, like a face cam, because I'm a moron and I don't know how to do it. But what was I gonna say? I love the Mafia games, right? Mafia 1, 2, and 3. I played a little bit of each, just to get a taste, just so I know what's coming. I played them a long time ago too, so I don't really remember anything. Because even though I love them, I have horrible memory. Like I remember the characters' names, I don't remember what happens anymore. Because it was that time where I was like, you know. But anyways, I remember two things about Mafia, and that was the racing. Mafia 1 and Mafia 3. Mafia 1, there's a level, because in Mafia 1, it's not open world, if I remember, like the other ones. I think there's a mode, but like, there's a level where you have to race a car, I think because the guy gets killed or something. Or, no, he gets the shit kicked out of him. So, hey, Tommy, you gotta drive the car, Tommy. So you drive the car. That level was so fucking annoying. I suck at driving in games. Games I do not really like are, no offense if you play this, I don't like Madden or any real sports games. My opinion is, I would rather just go outside and play with the actual football or the actual thing. I do like wrestling. And by the way, it's 2K, you know, NBA 2K, and that company, they made Mafia games. Mafia Old Country, it's coming out. And there's Mafia 5 is, Mafia 5 technically then, is coming out as well. Well, later on, but. And I don't like racing games. Well, linear racing games. I like the Forza games, the ones where you can drive around and do whatever you want, because I like doing that. But, what was it? I fucking spent like probably 3 hours. And the only thing I really didn't like about Mafia, and I played it. And I will do but the thing I don't like about Mafia, what was it? What am I even talking about? I'm just but the racing, yes, the racing. I'm good at racing in Mafia. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty good at it. Like I beat the first, like I did the first race they make you do. Well, I don't think they make you do it. The first race I did on my like first try. I'm pretty sure. The second race it took me like maybe one try, but I restarted halfway through. And that was today, right? I played a little bit of Mafia 3 today. I go upstairs, right? I play it. I pause it. I go upstairs. I'm like, oh, that fucking level took forever, the racing one, because I want to get the decals, and I realized it's like, you didn't beat the record, because there's like a record already set. So if you beat that, you get the high score. Because you get third place, you get this prize. You get second place, you get this prize. You get first place, you get whatever. I think it's like 1 through 4th place. And then it's like, if you beat the record, you get this. I'm like, how do... And then I go upstairs, whatever. I go back downstairs, and I play on Xbox. And if you know, when you play Xbox games, and if you're in a game, and you're not there, it'll show you, like, achievements you're close to unlocking or something. Or if you're, like, just on the home screen, and you do it, it'll show you stuff like, ooh, what friends are online, and other games that you have achievements that close to. And I remember, and I go down there, and it's like, and I see the achievement, it's like, pop, kill 2, slow-mo. And I'm like, I completely forgot. Like, I played this game for, I don't think I've ever killed anybody in the slow-mo mode, or driven in the slow-mo mode. I did it once on accident, if I remember correctly. Like, I did it a few times when I started, but then I took a break from the game, I went back to it. I completely forgot, so I was like, oh, shit, new thing. But I'm excited for Old Country, but here's the thing, is I loved so much how in Mafia 3 that you have all these guns, right? Because I'm like, I want to get the fucking M60, the M60. If you don't know, look it up. It's the machine gun Rambo uses. It's that big old belt-fed machine gun they used in Vietnam. They have it. You can get it. It's like unlocked as a favor from Vito. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I go, I play. But then I'm thinking, Mafia Old Country, right? It's set way back. There's not going to be that many guns, sadly. I can't wait for Mafia 5, though. I can't wait for Old Country. Don't get me wrong. That shit looks epic. Like, the story so far, like, just from the trailer, the story looks great. And the gameplay, because it's all set, like, way back when. But, keep doing it with my hair, and then I look like an idiot. But I cannot wait for Mafia 5. I think there's some rumor about it taking place in Vegas. And by the way, I am going to, like, forget, like, what happens in the games, because I know what happens in the Mafia games. But when I go back and play them, I'm going to do it at a time where I don't remember. Like, I'm going to do something so I don't remember. I don't know what, but I'm going to figure something out. I'm like, I'm playing through 3, so I'm either just going to restart it, or go back and play the other one, so then I forget what happened. And, or I might just play through it, and then do one of the different endings. Because I think there's 5 endings. So, yeah. Would you guys like to watch me play the Mafia games? Because I'd play them. The only problem is the second one is the only really one with a problem. Because, well, maybe the third one too. Because the second one, there's like a lot of racial bad words. And they're in cutscenes. And if I play it, I can't pick up any, like, of the collectible magazines. Because the magazines are Playboy magazines. And in the third one, they have that, and they have posters, too. But when you pick it up, it's just like a little icon, and they don't show anything. So if you're playing it, and your family's in the background, you're fine. It's just like a little, whatever. But if you play Mafia 2 in front of your family, you're going to get thrown through a window. Because you pick it up, and it just goes, like, let's say this is, like, the game screen, right, you're playing. Like, this much of it fills up. Or if it's a horizontal one. And then it's like, boom, just on your screen. Whoa. So that's fun. I might have to figure out how to edit for that one. So much work. What else has been going on? Let's see. Work is good. Coming up, I think, on 3 months. Or it's been 3 months, roughly. I don't really know. Not much else. Oh, I did get on VR. I got Nightclub Simulator. That's been fun. Oh, did you guys see? This is big news. I don't know if you guys saw. So I love the Scream movies. I like the original because Stumacher. I fucking love Stumacher. I love Matthew Lillard. My ex loves Matthew Lillard. Anyways, I was gonna grab a toy gun and shoot the camera because I'm a 5-year-old. But anyways, he writes. I was flipping through Instagram, and all of a sudden I see something from Matthew Lillard where he's writing down something, and he writes down, "My mom and dad are gonna be so mad at me," or something, or "My mom and dad are gonna." Yeah, that's it. And I'm like, where have I heard that? Where have I heard that? And for context, people have theorized that that Stu Macher from the Scream series is still alive. If you haven't watched the Scream movies, go back, watch them, and come back. Or if you don't care, I'm going to spoil it because, well, I'm telling the story. So, Scream 1, they're all like, oh, who's the killer? At the end, it's like, oh my god, it's Sydney's boyfriend. And then it's revealed it's actually him and Stu. So, they're like, oh, it's because of this. I think it's something with his mom because isn't it Sydney's mom, like, made Billy's mom leave or something like that. It's something like that. It's something with their parents. So anyways, like, they have the dad, they kidnap him, and they're like, oh, they bring him. I think that, wasn't he there? I don't know. But they start stabbing each other to make it look like something. She escapes, and then, like, he's running around looking for her. She's using the changer, calling him on the phone. And Stu's like, you didn't really call the police, did you? Well, anyways, so they're like, I'll tell you what he says later. And then, they fight. She's fighting Stu. They fall in front of the TV. He gets on top of her. He's like, he says something, and he's like, I gotta admit, I always had a thing for you, Sid. And she gets up, and she takes, the big TV, and she goes, in your dreams, and she drops it on him. Drops her right on his face. He goes, ah! But they never show him really get, like, as in Scream, because Scream follows the horror movie rules, always double tap. Don't get drunk, don't get high, don't have, because that's how people die. But so people theorize, and then in the most recent Scream movie, there's this cool scene, I really liked it, where they're in this, like, museum thingy. I don't know who built it. I think it was Huey, the guy who plays Huey. He's in one of the movies, another spoiler alert, and he's the killer. And they find his little, like, museum thing, and it's like memorabilia from all the killers, like knives, costumes, all that. And he has the TV that killed Stu Macher. And they go, would you look at one of the characters? Two of the characters are looking at. They go, hey, that's the TV that killed Stu Macher. And she goes, yeah, if you believe that. And by the way, in that movie, they had someone else from the movie where it was like Sydney's cousin or some shit. But anyways, what he said on the phone was, my mom and dad are going to be so mad at me in Scream 1. Stu Macher said. So people are like, oh my god, Stu's coming back. And I don't blame him, because I love Stu. Stu's my number one favorite Scream killer. And then Billy's right under it. Only because Billy, like, they made him, like, I think, I'm going to touch you. No, please don't. I don't care what you say. You'll understand what I'm saying, hopefully. But it's worse than that, and it's not a joke. I think. It's the same thing they did with Freddy Krueger, and then it's like, what the hell? Because, like, that's the fun of that's one of the things about slasher movies, is sometimes you root for the villain. Jason, you want Jason or Michael to kill, like the big bully, or like the guy who, like, beats his wife or something. Or, like, it's like cool watching them, sometimes. Like that scene in Friday the 13th when he hurls the axe like a fucking quarterback, and it hits him. If anyone else tried to do it, especially me, well, A, I would probably end up hitting myself, or B, it would probably end up hitting him with the stick. This dude, full on, this is in Friday the 13th remake. The guy's running from him. He's probably like at least 3 yards away, maybe 2-3 yards away, whatever, and he's moving. Jason just grabs, like a full axe, and he just hurls it, and this Looney Tunes style, and lodges in his back, and then he gets it, and he does some cool shit. He goes, and just rips it out. I have to finish the Friday the 13th movies. Those are good. But anyways, Ivy app, my time is almost up on the computer. So, hope y'all have a good day. Let me know what you think about any of what I said, about kids' movies, about the horror movies, about Mafia and me playing it, and all that. And let me know if there's any, like, your favorite. Let me just know anything. Tell me anything. I'm bored. I got nothing else to do. Come on. So, yeah. That's all. Like, subscribe, do all that shit people tell you to do. Have a good day.